everyone, this is Draco Evolve here, back yet again with some latest Manchester United transfer news, and it has been developing, it has been coming. I can't believe it. I'm sure a lot of you cannot believe it, and we still shouldn't believe it because he's still not holding the United shirt. But officially, Manchester United are close to completing a deal for Sporting Lisbon midfielder Bruno Fernandes. This is all the news that's coming out from the BBC, and BBC is very credible, especially Simon Stone, who's always in the know with United. But this has literally come out, as you can see, about 6 minutes ago, that United have officially agreed a deal with Sporting Lisbon for Bruno Fernandes. Imagine, just think about it, just say it. I mean, we finally agreed a deal for Bruno Fernandes. That sentence alone brings a lot of joy. I mean, it's been going on for the last God knows how many weeks since the transfer window has opened. It's been going on since the last summer. Everybody knew we should get him. But anyway, before we get into all that, I'm going to read you the article. And again, you can find that in BBC. You can find it in pretty much everywhere. All the major outlets are now reporting it now. But Manchester United are close to completing a deal for Sporting Lisbon midfielder Bruno Fernandes. The Old Trafford club have been in negotiations with Sporting throughout the transfer window, but refused to meet an asking price of 80 million euros, which is 68 million pounds. But a breakthrough in negotiations on Tuesday has left United confident of agreeing a deal for the 25-year-old. The initial fee will be around 47 million pounds, but add-ons could increase the overall cost to 18 million euros. Should the deal go through, it will be the biggest of the January transfer window in the Premier League so far. United manager Solskjaer has prioritised a midfield as an area to strengthen this month. Fernandes joined Sporting from Sampdoria for 7.2 in 2017. He has gone to score 64 goals in 137 matches in all competitions and won the Portuguese Cup in 2018-19. He was also named the Primeira Liga's Player of the Year in both 2017 and 2019. He has played 19 times for Portugal and was part of the squad that won the UEFA Nations League. So there you have it, guys. Bruno Fernandes, what a potential signing. Yes, I mean, we got to hold our horse a little bit. Anything can happen still, but this is pretty much nailed on. I mean, there's been widespread reports that the personal terms have already been agreed with the region of around £150,000 a week. It's just a matter of time to get this deal sorted between the club and both the clubs really. And there has been a lot of sort of back and forth over the last few weeks, where reports were coming out that United were not willing to match the asking price, or willing to match the asking price but pay the remainder of it in sort of pay the remainder of it in add-ons and unrealistic add-ons. Like, you know, we've discussed that in my last video, which I uploaded a few hours ago. I didn't expect to do another video straight away, but this is breaking news, so I thought, yes, I'm gonna get this out there ASAP. But finally, the initial fee is thought to be around 47 million pounds with add-ons, and could increase to an overall cost of 80 million euros. So I'm gonna go live here and say 18 million euros in pounds. How much is that in total? Around 67 million pounds. So the overall fee could be around 67 million pounds with the add-ons, etc, etc. But this is fantastic news. This is great news for us United fans. We have been calling out for a midfielder like him. He's been an amazing player. He's a leader on the field. He scores and creates goals. He's got the drive. He's got the temperament. He's got the passion, and we've seen that across the last few weeks, especially when us all United fans were kind of focused on him. There has been I didn't read into yesterday's sort of Instagram story of his brother, who's apparently his agent or whatever. They were in Manchester apparently looking at houses, but these stories come out left, right, center, and I think a lot of us kind of thought, you know, enough is enough, and we're bored of it. I myself was bored of it, and you know, just why bother? Why just bother doing a lot of these sort of videos again and again, and rehashing and reading newspapers and outlets? But this time it does seem like it's finally done. The club have pretty much agreed. You can see they are close to signing from the midfielder for an initial fee of 47 million pounds. And I thought I'd never say this transfer window, I think as we were getting close to the end of it, we got a few days left, what's going to happen, I don't know. And many of the people out there were losing a lot of hope in this. But, credit to Sporting Lisbon. I mean, they've played Manchester United owners big. They were hard negotiating with them. I mean, they weren't budging. They put out a story earlier, which I've covered as well, saying that Barcelona are in the mix, and that probably prompted Manchester United to move a bit quicker with that. And rightly so. Why shouldn't they? This is their player. This is their best player. They know we need him. They know that he will add value, which is the most important thing to any team in the world. And they are in need of money. They can demand and ask for whatever price they want. I think in this day and age, 60 million or 65 million pound total package for a player of his ability is a good deal, especially when you play 47 million pound up front, with the rest being add-ons. I don't care about the fee, neither should you. Us United fans don't give a dog's bollocks if he's 100 million pound, 150 million pound. The fact that he is going to be our player who will immensely improve us is the only thing that should matter to us. The finances and everything, that's on the club. They should be that's peanuts money. They should be spending more than that, which we'll get to that in a little bit. But this is a good step in the right direction, right? But for me personally, Bruno Fernandes is not going to be enough this window. I think we do need a midfield, a ball-playing or ball-winning midfielder behind him to kind of release Bruno Fernandes. But imagine that, guys. Imagine if Bruno Fernandes is in the same lineup as Pogba in the midfield, like playing a 4-3-3 formation. So we'll go to the formation creator right here, right now. And this is, if we, I hope Oli goes back to the 4-3-3 that we've been so successful in. And, you can have a sitting midfielder in McTominay, McTominay. And then you can have Pogba, and I can't believe I'm writing this, Fernandes. That midfield is pretty decent. You've got McTominay, who's improving every game. He's a solid player for us, who plays for the badge. You've got Pogba, whose technical abilities is second to none. He's our best player in the club. And you've got now Bruno Fernandes, who's an actual threat, who can drive in that space over here, and Pogba can kind of drive around here. Or if Bruno Fernandes sits down, Pogba can go up there. It's Pogba can play the Herrera role, where he was going up and down this way when we were successful in that 4-3-3, right? And Pogba was doing this up here, and where he had a lot of success with Oli, with Matic sitting down here. But this can potentially be our midfield now. See, one player can make such a huge difference. If Oli does prefer to play the 4-2-3-1, fair play. You can have that like this, and teams will now genuinely fear the midfield, because at the moment, if Pogba's in the field, they mark down Pogba, and that's it. Game's done and dusted. We don't have an inequality. But now they can't really mark down both Pogba and Bruno Fernandes. And that is a great sight to see. Pogba himself will look at it and think, this guy's coming, he's a midfielder, he's going to steal the show, let me step up my game. Vice versa, right? It's going to give a big boost to the squad, the club, the fans. It's going to give a big boost to everyone. We need that. We needed signings. Everybody knew that. It's 3 weeks too late, in my opinion, but better late than never. I hope we can pull off another signing, because we are short in the striking options. But this is a very good start, and it finally seems like, guys, it's finally it seems like it is going to happen, which is quite unbelievable. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. So let's look at his stats at the moment. Let's drool over his stats. 25 years old. He just turned 25. That is. 28 games in total, 15 goals and 14 assists. You can see his main position is the attacking midfield position, but he can kind of play in the CM position. But you can see he does contribute equally in both attacking sense and in terms of goals, and also assist as well. Yes, he's got a bit of a fiery temper. We've talked about that. He's picked up a lot of yellow cards so far, but we need the passion, we need the drive, and one player can have a very good effect on the rest of the team. Imagine Bruno Fernandes is working his socks off, You know, he's a leader as well. He's got the drive. He's working his socks off. He's kicking ass on the field. He's shouting and screaming. It will automatically uplift everyone around him. As always, guys, this is the breaking news that Bruno Fernandes to Manchester United is close with for an initial fee of £47 million. It's nothing confirmed, so we're gonna stay calm because anything can happen. But Simon Stone is now reporting it, and you can pretty much say he's tier one, you know, whatever tiers you want to call it. But he knows everything around Manchester United. He's got connections within the club, so he's literally posted this not so long ago. You can see it on the screen, that Bruno Fernandes is probably going to be, not probably, is close to being a Manchester United player. I think that deal, we're going to see a lot of this breaking tomorrow, so we'll see. And that's it, guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and I'll catch you next time in the next upload. You know, if I'll be following this story very closely over the next couple of days, so I'll keep you guys updated when he comes into Carrington, etc., all these videos, etc., etc. So you expect videos coming up from me over the next few days up until the transfer window. You know, probably every day. It depends, you know, if reports are breaking out now, that means tomorrow we shall see him probably arriving for a medical, and Friday sign, bish bosh bash, right? And I'll catch you guys in the next upload. Take care.